Hey warriors, listen and carefully. There's a silence that doesn't come from peace. It's the silence that comes after a storm, the storm raging inside your chest. It's when you sit alone in the dark and your mind is screaming 100 different voices at once. Voices telling you to smile, to act like you're fine, to wear the mask the world expects, because nobody wants your pain. They only want your performance. I know that silence. I lived in it for years. I buried everything so deep I couldn't even recognize myself anymore. I convinced myself that maybe I was broken, beyond repair. That maybe this is just how life feels for people like me. Quiet, heavy, invisible. And the worst part? I thought I was alone. Completely alone. But I wasn't. And neither are you. Because here's the truth. The pain you hide, the suffering you bury, the silence you live in, it isn't the end of you. It can be the beginning of a transformation. What if I told you that the very weight you're carrying, the very struggle you're ashamed to admit, could be the doorway to the strongest, most unshakable version of yourself? I didn't understand it then, but I see it now. The nights I thought would destroy me, they were shaping me. The silence I thought was killing me, it was teaching me. The pain I thought I had to hide, it was trying to tell me something I desperately needed to hear. And that's why today, I want to share something with you. 5 truths, 5 powerful, life-changing truths I wish someone had whispered to me when I was drowning in my own silence. These aren't cliches. These aren't empty motivational lines. These are survival tools. Because I know what it feels like to be on the edge. I know what it feels like to look strong on the outside but crumble inside. I know what it feels like to think nobody sees you, nobody hears you, nobody understands. But I promise you this, what feels like the end right now doesn't have to be. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not invisible. You are not alone. The storm inside you is not your weakness. It is the forge that will build your resilience, your power, and your clarity. So if you're watching this, if you've carried your pain in silence, if you've been holding your breath far too long, listen closely. This is for you. This is your invitation to rise, to take that silence, that weight, and turn it into the foundation of the strongest version of yourself. Let's get started. Number 1, your pain is real and it matters. Stop telling yourself it's not a big deal. Stop comparing your scars to someone else's wounds. Pain isn't a competition. Your heart doesn't bleed less just because someone else's story sounds louder, more dramatic, more tragic. When I was at my lowest, I told myself I was overreacting. I gaslit my own emotions. I dismissed my own tears as weakness. I told myself I should just get over it, that I should toughen up and pretend everything was fine. But here's the truth that changed everything for me. Pain is real, and it matters. Pain is not a weakness. It is the body's way of demanding your attention. It is the mind's way of signaling that something is out of balance. Pain doesn't lie. It doesn't perform. It doesn't care about appearances. It simply reveals what you've been ignoring, what you've been burying, what you've been trying to push away. And when you finally stop running from it, when you stop silencing it, when you allow yourself to feel it fully, you begin to understand its language. You begin to hear what it has been trying to tell you all along, that you are hurting, that you are overwhelmed, that you need care, compassion, and presence. Not shame, not judgment, not silence. Your pain is not a burden to hide. Your pain is a signal. Your pain is your truth. And once you honor it, once you acknowledge it, once you treat it with the respect it deserves, You take the first step toward healing. You stop invalidating yourself. You stop comparing your journey to someone else's highlight reel. You stop pretending everything is fine when it isn't. Pain is not something to erase. Pain is something to listen to. It speaks in ways words cannot. It teaches you where you've been, where you are, and where you need to go. Your pain is real. Your pain matters. Your pain deserves attention. And when you finally stop ignoring it, when you finally sit with it and let it speak, you'll discover something remarkable. That through acknowledging your pain, you begin to reclaim your power, your clarity, and your strength. You begin to see yourself not as broken, but as alive, as sensitive, as human. Your pain is not a shadow that drags you down. It is a light that guides you to understanding, growth, and resilience. So today, stop muting your own heart. Stop telling yourself your feelings don't count. Your pain is real. Your pain matters. And honoring it is the first step toward the strongest, most authentic version of yourself. Number 2, you are not broken. You are becoming. This one took me years to understand. For the longest time, I thought I was defective, like something inside me had snapped, and I would never be whole again. Every setback, every heartbreak, every moment of doubt felt like proof that I was broken beyond repair. I looked at myself in the mirror and saw fragments, scattered, incomplete, fragile. But here's the truth I finally had to accept. Growth is messy. Healing is chaotic. Becoming the person you're meant to be often feels like falling apart first. Think about it. Caterpillars literally dissolve into goo before they become butterflies. They disappear. They go through chaos. And only then do they emerge transformed, beautiful, unrecognizable even to themselves. And humans are no different. Every difficult experience, every tear, every night when you feel alone in your struggle is not a sign of weakness. It's a signal of transformation. The chaos you feel right now is not a breakdown. It's a breakthrough. You are not falling behind. You are forming into something new. Each failure is not a reflection of your inadequacy. It's the hammer shaping your resilience. Every heartbreak is not evidence of your unworthiness. It's the teacher molding your empathy and emotional strength. Every dark night of the soul is not a sentence. It's the forge where your courage, patience, and wisdom are born. You are not broken. You are becoming. And becoming is rarely neat or comfortable. It's raw. It's real. It's uncomfortable. It stretches you in ways you never thought possible. And yet, it is exactly what you need. You might not recognize it now, but when you look back years from now, you'll see a version of yourself forged from the fires you're walking through today. Stronger, softer, wiser, more present, more alive. The person you're becoming doesn't erase the pain. They incorporate it. They honor it. They use it as fuel. You are not falling apart. You are falling into alignment with your true self. So stop telling yourself you're broken. Stop measuring yourself against perfection, against the timelines of others, against the illusions of how life should be. Every fragment, every scar, every moment of doubt is part of the mosaic forming the masterpiece of you. You are not broken. You are becoming. And that becoming, the struggle, the chaos, the uncertainty, is exactly what will make you stronger, more capable, and more alive than you ever imagined. Trust it. Lean into it. Allow yourself to dissolve, to change, to rise. You are not broken. You are becoming. And that is beautiful. Number 3, anxiety is not weakness. It's a signal. There was a time when my hands would shake before every conversation. My chest would tighten, my breath would shorten, and my mind would spiral out of control. I hated myself for it. I thought it meant I was fragile, unworthy, too much. I compared myself to others who seemed calm, collected, untouchable, and I felt like I was failing simply for feeling. But over time, I discovered something life-changing. Anxiety is not weakness. It's not a flaw. It's not proof that you are broken or incapable. Anxiety is a signal, a message from your nervous system telling you that something matters, that you are alive, that you care. It's your body's way of protecting you, alerting you to stakes that feel high, moments that feel important. It's a signal that your heart is engaged, your mind is aware, your being is fully present. What you don't need is shame. You don't need to fight it, suppress it, or pretend it doesn't exist. Instead, you need to listen. You need to respond with care, attention, and grounding. Breathe. Slow your heartbeat. Remind yourself that you are safe. Remind yourself that you are enough. Anxiety is simply your humanity showing up, raw and unfiltered. The trembling hands, the racing thoughts, the nervous energy, they are not signs of fragility. They are reminders that you feel deeply, that you notice, that you are awake to life. When you approach anxiety this way, it stops being your enemy. It becomes a teacher. It becomes a mirror, reflecting the parts of you that are alive, sensitive, and yearning for growth. It shows where your boundaries, your values, and your heart are most engaged. And when you embrace it, when you stop punishing yourself for it, you start to heal. You start to trust your instincts. You start to understand that feeling nervous, anxious, or uncertain doesn't diminish your strength. It amplifies your humanity. You are not fragile for feeling. You are alive for caring. You are not broken for trembling. You are growing for surviving. Anxiety is not weakness. It's a signal. And the more you honor it, the more you honor yourself. You are learning, breathing, and loving yourself through it. One pulse, one shaky moment, one deep breath at a time. It's proof not of failure, but of courage. The courage to feel, the courage to persist, the courage to show up fully in a world that often tells you to hide. You are not weak. You are awake. You are human. You are alive. Number 4, healing doesn't mean forgetting. People will tell you to move on, to let it go, to stop living in the past. They'll tell you that holding on is weakness, that revisiting the memories will keep you trapped. But healing doesn't mean forgetting. Healing doesn't mean pretending the pain never happened or erasing the chapters that left scars on your heart. True healing is about rewriting the meaning of what you endured. It's about taking the raw, jagged fragments of your past, the betrayals, the heartbreaks, the moments that seemed unbearable, and choosing how they will shape you. When I think back to the people who hurt me, to the moments that shattered me, I still feel it sometimes. The sting returns unexpectedly, the memories rise unbidden, and the old ache pulses quietly beneath the surface. But now, instead of bitterness, instead of resentment, I feel power. I feel peace, because I've learned to use that pain as a foundation, not a prison. I've learned that the events that once controlled me can now teach me, guide me, and strengthen me. Healing is the conscious decision to live differently, to respond to your past, not with fear, anger, or avoidance, but with understanding, patience, and self-compassion. It's choosing to honor your story without letting it dictate your future. You don't need to forget in order to move forward. You don't need to erase the wounds to grow stronger. You simply need to forgive yourself for holding on for so long, for the nights you cried alone, for the times you wondered if you'd ever feel whole again. You need to allow yourself the grace to feel the full weight of what happened and still rise above it. Every scar, every tear, every heartbreak has shaped the contours of who you are today. And when you embrace it, truly embrace it, you transform pain into wisdom, sorrow into empathy, and loss into clarity. Healing is not linear. There are days when the past whispers, when it tugs at your attention, when it feels like it's dragging you backward. And that's okay. Because even on those days, you are choosing differently. You are deciding that the memory does not own you, that the hurt does not define you. You are choosing freedom, choosing strength, choosing life. Healing is the courage to keep moving, the courage to see your history without fear, and the courage to let your heart remain open. And in that space, you discover that forgetting was never necessary. What matters is how you carry the past, with dignity, with power, and with love for yourself. You are not bound by your memories. You are guided by them. You are free. Number 5, you are not alone, even when it feels like it. Loneliness is a liar. It whispers that no one sees you, no one hears you, and that no one would notice if you disappeared. It makes the nights feel heavier, the silence louder, and the weight of the world unbearable. I know this lie well because I believed it. I thought my pain was mine alone, that my struggles were invisible, and that nobody could possibly understand. But here's the truth. You are not alone, even when it feels like it. There are people who care, people who've walked through storms similar to yours, who've felt the same heartbreak, who've faced the same darkness. And even if they haven't reached out, even if their support is quiet and unseen, it is real. Perhaps it's a friend, a family member, a mentor, or even a stranger who will one day become a lifeline. Perhaps it's someone watching this very message, feeling the same weight, thinking, "Me too. I've been there." The world is full of silent survivors, people who are still standing, still breathing, still fighting, even when everything inside them says to give up. You are part of that community. You belong here, even in your pain, especially in your pain. Pain does not isolate you. It connects you. It reminds you that humanity is shared, that your struggles resonate with others even when words aren't exchanged. And in that recognition, there is power. You are seen even when you feel invisible. You are heard even when no one speaks your name. You are understood even when no one says it aloud. The key is to believe it, to carry the knowledge that you are part of something bigger than your suffering. Because when you realize this, loneliness loses its grip. The dark moments are no longer prisons, but mirrors, reflecting the strength and resilience of others who have survived before you and alongside you. You are not the first to face what you're facing, and you will not be the last. And that truth alone is enough to breathe life back into your weary soul. You are not abandoned. You are not invisible. You are not forgotten. You are connected to a vast, unseen network of hearts who understand, who empathize, and who silently cheer for your survival. So when the nights feel long and the silence deafening, remember this: you are part of a story that stretches beyond your own pain, a story of resilience, endurance, and quiet triumph. You are never truly alone, even when it feels like it, even when it seems impossible, even when the world feels empty. You are seen. You are known. You are here for a reason, and your presence matters. So, if you've made it this far, I want you to do one thing. Pause. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes if you need to, and whisper to yourself, "I made it. I'm here. I'm still trying." That alone makes you brave. That alone makes you worthy. And if no one has told you lately, hear it now. I'm proud of you. Not because you're perfect, not because you have it all figured out, but because you're real, because you're showing up, because even in the midst of fear, pain, or doubt, you're still moving forward. You're feeling everything deeply, thinking about everything thoughtfully, and showing up anyway. That takes courage. That takes heart. That takes a strength that can't be measured by achievements or outward perfection. And here's the secret. You're not doing this alone. There are people listening, people watching, people feeling this same weight. And even if they haven't said it, they understand. If this message spoke to something inside you, don't keep it bottled up. Share it. Reach out to someone you know who might be silently struggling. Let them know they are seen. Let them know they are not alone. And if you're still here, still listening, still breathing, I ask you to subscribe, not just for videos, but for a space, a community, a place where we remind each other that we are human, and human is enough. Drop a comment below and tell me which truth hit you hardest. I read every single one. You are not just a viewer. You are a story. You are a soul in motion. You are part of something bigger than your struggle. You are part of a journey that reminds us all that pain does not define us. It shapes us. It teaches us. It leads us to compassion, resilience, and growth. So as you step back into your life after watching this, carry this with you. Be kind to yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Honor your struggles and your triumphs equally. Stay soft, stay courageous, and above all, never forget this one thing. You matter. Your presence in this world matters. Your story matters. Your heart, your struggles, your tears, and your victories, they are all meaningful. You are not invisible. You are not insignificant. You are alive. You are real. You are enough. And no matter what storms come your way, no matter how quiet your victories, no matter how heavy the nights, remember, you made it this far, and that alone is proof of your strength, your courage, and your infinite worth.